My wife sent me a text saying, "I'm not your property." I replied, "You're right." Packed her bags, changed the locks, and filed for divorce before sunrise. She called 20 times. Ray's backyard was full of warm light and loud music when Tessa decided she didn't have a husband. She moved through the crowd like she was auditioning for freedom, laughing too close to strangers, a hand on some guy's shoulder a beat too long. I stood by the grill with Ray when she hooked her finger in a stranger's chain and leaned into his ear. Ray glanced at me. "You want to shut that down?" "I'm not her chaperone." Tessa caught my look and smirked like she'd just won a prize. I walked across the deck. "We're done here." She pivoted with a bright smile. "Relax, Grant. It's Ray's birthday. I won't let you use it as a stage. I'm leaving." I drove home. No yelling, no debate. She arrived 15 minutes later. "I got carried away. I wanted to feel noticed. I'm sorry." "Tell me you mean that tomorrow morning. Tonight you want to put out a fire. Tomorrow we'll talk about the matches. In the morning, I made eggs. Here's how it's going to work. We take a pause on couples' nights. You handle your social calendar. I handle mine. If you go out, courtesy text by 10, and we separate discretionary spending. You're punishing me." "Wrong word. I'm protecting the marriage from your boredom." She tried for a few days. Coffee in the morning, phone face down at dinner, but it was performance, not change. The cracks showed at Jenna's dinner when Becca prodded, "So, how's the new regime? Any infractions?" Tessa smirked. "He keeps an Excel sheet. Dates, times, violations." "Keep going," I said, not smiling. "We're fine, right, Grant?" "We're on probation." Different word. "You're exhausting." She laughed. "My point." Silence hit the table. Boundaries aren't threats. They're information. I wasn't trying to control her. I was showing her exactly what I'd tolerate. She kept testing to see if I meant it. The final test came on a Tuesday. I texted her at 9:30. "Running late. Probably home after 10. No response. I pulled into the driveway at 10:45. Kitchen light off. Bedroom empty. I texted, "Where are you?" Her answer, "I'm not your property. I'll be late. Don't call." I stood there with the phone in my hand, and something very simple clicked. Not a shout, not a wound, a switch. I typed, "I'm not your husband from this moment. Don't come back." Then I pulled down her suitcases and started packing. Not angry, not tossing. Neat stacks, work clothes, shoes, makeup, chargers. I called Todd, the neighbor who does locksmithing. "I need a cylinder change tonight. Front and back. I'll pay double." He arrived in 15 minutes. I held the flashlight while he swapped the hardware and handed me new keys. I set the 2 suitcases by the door and sat at the kitchen table. Headlights swung across the wall just after midnight. The door pounded. "Grant, my key isn't working." I opened the door with the chain on, then fully. "Your suitcases." She looked down, then up. "What is this?" "I'm finishing the conversation you started." I held out my ring. "This is insane. We had a fight. We had a test. You sent the answer. I read it. You can't do this. You mistake me for a man asking permission." I slid the suitcases toward her with my foot. "Where am I supposed to go?" "It's midnight. Your family, or a friend. You've rehearsed this night for a while. You just didn't expect me to say my line. You'll regret this in the morning." "In the morning, I'll be filing the paperwork." She held my eyes like she could pull something from them. Finding nothing, she took the handles, turned, and walked down the steps. I closed the door, turned the deadbolt, and laid my new keys on the table. At 8 sharp, I drove to the clerk's office and filed for divorce.